Welcome to the channel. If you're new here based on the topic of this video, my name's Tamara Casey. I'm the owner of the Fletcher Pattern Company and the designer of Designs by Jude. I've been sewing and creating for dolls since 2005 and started this YouTube channel just a few short years ago. The channel's primary focus is to show you step by step how to create some of the designs from the patterns that we sell on our website. If you've been to my channel before, then you might recognize this beautiful sewing machine in front of me, my Pfaff 130. I have to say, if you can have a best friend in the sewing room, this sewing machine has been it for me for years. Unfortunately, the reason for this video is my Pfaff 130 was starting to kick the bucket. There are some telltale signs that your sewing machine may need some routine maintenance, but the type of issues I was experiencing were more than simple maintenance issues. Foot pedal has been getting extremely hot. The machine has been whining and then not moving, and then all of a sudden doing really extremely fast stitches. It's just been super inconsistent. Initially, I chalked it up to the fact that my sewing machine is very old and just kind of tried to work around the nuances of its new personality. Because I love the Pfaff 130, I thought it might be a good idea to try to find a refurbed machine that I could use to replace my dear friend. In my research to find a refurbished Pfaff 130, I actually learned that you can replace the motor. Because the machine was having several different issues and I wasn't sure exactly what the problem was, I ordered the motor and the foot pedal. I made the assumption that based on the age of my machine that there wouldn't be a motor available and that I would have to look for a refurb. So in order to get it replaced, I ordered that motor. It came in the mail, and I'm going to show you how to install it. So we're at the side of the machine, and this is actually the electric cord. So I'm going to unplug that to start. From there, this is actually the belt that turns the wheel. We're just going to pull the belt off, and you can leave that connected to the belt. You don't have to take that off. But you'll see here that close up, if you can see, there's actually a screw right here. This is the one and only thing you have to remove on this type of machine to remove the motor at the back. So let me go ahead and unscrew that, and I'll show you the condition of the wires. All right, so I would recommend that you keep your original screw just in case the replacement screw that they send you is not the same gauge. So this is our actual connection, and this is our actual motor. Now think about that, this fact that this motor has been around for at least 50 years. So you can see that there's a bunch of electrical tape on it. I actually did some of these repairs myself a few years ago when I noticed the wires were exposed, but you can even feel that they're a little bit cracked, which may be affecting the connection to the motor. So I'm going to tip my sewing machine back and actually remove the foot pedal, which this is actually connected to, and then we'll get our new parts. What was inside the actual box was a brand new motor, a foot pedal, some carbon brushes for the motor, a new belt for the sewing machine, a screw, lock nut, and a washer, and these microscopic instructions. To get the motor installed, you're going to grab the hardware that was included in your box. I'm going to place the lock nut close to the screw. I'm going to place the washer on the back side of that. I'm going to grab the motor and line it up with this groove that you can see in the side of my machine. If you have a different machine besides a Pfaff, it might go together a little bit differently, but it's going to be similar most likely. There's a groove on the back side of the motor holding plate that's going to fit right over that groove. Once you have the screw in position, go ahead and screw it in with your fingers as best you can and finish it off with the screwdriver. It's pretty good in position. From there, you can actually pull the belt wheel back onto the motor, and you can adjust this for tightness once you have the electricity hooked up. Next, I'm going to take my foot pedal and place it underneath my machine. And because it is a machine that tips back out of the cabinet, I have some space along the side where I can run those wires. I have a hole in the back of my sewing machine cabinet where I can run the actual electrical cord through to the outlet. Back at the side, I'm just going to plug in the foot pedal. And then I'm going to plug the cord into the outlet and we'll see if the machine works. With everything plugged in, we'll give it a test run. Magic. You can only imagine how happy I was to find out that I could solve my problem this easily and for relatively little expense compared to a new machine. I was very fortunate when I ordered the sewing machine motor that I chose to get the foot pedal. It turned out that the mounting motor screw that was sent with the new motor was a different gauge than my machine, so make sure to keep your original mounting screw. The new foot pedal also had a different connector than my original foot pedal, so it's good that I got that when I ordered the motor. All in all, I think it was an incredible deal. $85 to take my sewing machine, which I love, from death's door back to a revived and refurbished machine. Whether you sew for work or for pleasure, it's really important to surround yourself with tools that you can rely on, that you feel comfortable with on a consistent basis. I was really motivated to do this video because it is the exact video that I would have preferred to see before buying my new sewing machine. I anticipate the Pfaff 130 and I will remain friends for a very, very long time. Thank you guys so much for coming by today. I hope the information in this video is useful to you and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.